Hi everyone, this is Martins from Style Catcher, and in this week's episode I will show you how a men's suit should fit you perfectly. So I will show you 3 suits. One of the suit will fit me perfectly, the second suit is too large, and the third suit is too small. And you will see the difference between the perfectly fitted suit, too large and too small suit. But before we start, I want to thank today's episode sponsor. All the suits, accessories, shoes and shirts what you see in this video comes from online store Cocos. Cocos is a men's and women's clothing store where you can get everything what you wish for. For men, you can get suits in every kind of color, in any kind of style, and you can get accessories, shoes and everything what you need for your perfect suit, for your perfect look for your wedding, graduation or work. I will leave link down below under this video in the description where you can go and check their website where you will find everything what they have in their store. So when you're buying a suit, you want to check different things so that you would be sure that the suit fits you perfectly. And the first thing what I always recommend to check is your blazer. When you're checking your blazer, you want to look at your shoulders, at your biceps, at your back and at your blazer's waist. Let's start with the shoulders. So when you're checking your blazer's shoulders, you need to look at the shoulders seam. What do you want to look at? The first thing which you need to see if this fabric is not too much and not too less. So the shoulder seam should end where the shoulder's bone under it is ending. As you see in examples here, the upper suit is too large and you can see that the shoulder seam is ending over the shoulder and there's too much fabric. The second example, you can see that shoulder seam fits you perfectly and there is no extra fabric and the seam ends where it should end. And in third example, you can see that this suit is too small and you can see these kind of horizontal lines on your bicep and on your shoulder, and that the seam is making that kind of bump which is not good. When you have checked your shoulders, the next thing what you want to check is your blazer's waist. The first thing what you want to look at when you're making sure if the blazer fits you in the waist is that if there is not X type of crease. If there are too much creases in the waist region, then the blazer is too small, as you can see in the example. The second thing what you want to look at is if there are not too much fabric. And how do you check out that? Is you just turn your side on the mirror and look if how much fabric is here on the waist. If you can pull your blazer really far away from your waist, then the blazer is too big. To make sure even more, you can take your 2 fingers, put them between your stomach and your first button of your blazer, and if it fits you really good and if there is not big space between your fingers and the blazer and stomach, then your blazer fits you perfectly. If it's too big of a difference or if there is a lot of space between fabric, stomach and your fingers, then the blazer is too big. And the third thing what you want to check if the blazer doesn't make you square looking, because if blazer is too big, then the blazer doesn't make that kind of silhouette here and the upper body looks like a square. So if you have checked these things, then your blazer fits you perfectly in your waist. Blazer's upper back is a really important area where you should look at if you want to make sure if blazer fits you well. Because if you can alter your blazer's sleeves and blazer's length and waist, then you cannot alter your blazer's back and shoulders. So that's why it's really important to check if blazer fits you perfect on your upper back. When you're making sure if the blazer fits you well, you need to consider looking at the blazer's length and length of the blazer sleeve. It's really important as well. Let's start with the blazer's length of the sleeves. Shirt under blazer sleeve should be seen 1 centimeter beyond blazer's cuff. As you can see in the upper example, the blazer's cuff is too long and you cannot see shirt at all, and that's a bad look. In the example on the middle, you can see that shirt sleeve is seen beyond blazer's cuff 1 centimeter, and that's a really big rule what you should follow when you're buying a suit. And in the lower example, you can see that the shirt sleeve is too long and you can see it 2 to 3 centimeters over blazer's cuff, and that's a bad look. That looks funny and it will not follow the biggest rule of the suit. And the second thing what you want to look at is your blazer's length. That's a really important rule as well. The main thing what you want to see when you look at your length of your blazer is if blazer's length is not too short. In the perfect example, the blazer's length should cover 2/3 of your butt. As you can see right now, I hope you can see that this blazer is covering my butt completely, and that's a good fit. Bad fit is when blazer is over half of your butt. Then the blazer is too short, and when you will fit your trousers, you will see that the composition of your upper body and suit's lower part is incorrect and it looks bad. Of course, some prefer longer blazers, some prefer shorter blazers, but always remember that blazer shouldn't go over half of your butt. That's the main rule of length of the sleeves and length of the blazer. When you have understood that blazer fits you well, then it's time to look at suit's trousers. So I will show you how suit's trousers should fit you. So the first thing what you want to look at when you're fitting your suit's trousers is trousers waist. So that's why I took off my blazer so that you could see how trousers waist should fit you perfectly. Put on your trousers without a belt, because then you will see if they are too big or too small. If they are falling off, then of course they are too big, but if they are too small because you cannot close your buttons or there are these kind of creases here, then they are too small. So when you have understood if the trousers are not falling off and if they are not too small, then the next thing what you should do is put on your belt. I will tell you why. So when you put on your belt, then you should look if belt doesn't make that kind of small creases around your trousers waist. If it does so, then the trousers are too big on your waist region. You should alter your trousers waist so that belt wouldn't make that kind of creases, and so that you could take off your blazer comfortably and wouldn't feel embarrassed. And still, as you can see in the examples, where trousers are too big, there are too much fabric, there are too much creases around your waist. Where trousers fits me perfectly with belt, everything is good, there are no creases and I feel comfortable. And where trousers are too small, you can see that there are this ripple effect again, and that it's not comfortable to move, and it looks like I will break the trousers in seals. The next thing what you want to look at is your trousers seat. The back of your trousers should be a smooth drape over your butt, and you shouldn't see any kind of vertical creases. That would happen if your trousers would be too big, as you can see in example. If trousers would be too small, then you could see again this ripple effect, horizontal creases, and that doesn't look good. It should be smooth, it should fit you well, and you should feel comfortable. The next thing what you want to look at is how trousers fit you on your legs. That depends on your preference, because some guys like wide fit, some guys like skinny or slim fit trousers, and I just recommend to understand that you want to feel comfortable in your suit. If you're working, or if it's really important even, that you need to feel comfortable, and that depends. If you feel comfortable in some kind of fit more than others, then you should prefer that kind of fit. The next thing what you want to look at when you're fitting your suit's trouser is trousers length and the break of the trousers. As you can see in examples, the upper part is too long. You can see that there are too much of a fabric and it doesn't look good. The middle part is a perfect fit. You can see that on the front, the trousers break make one horizontal crease and the trousers back are falling loosely until the middle of a shoe and it fits me perfectly. On the lower example, you can see the trousers are too short. If you want to wear your suit in a classical style, then the lower part is not a good look. So guys, if you remember and follow these steps when buying a suit, then I'm assuring that your suit will fit you perfectly and you will look the best in your suit. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you got inspired and you learned something. And I hope I will see you in the next episode of Style Catcher. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's see you in the next video. Bye!